Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Jeff McCool from Moccasin Creek.
I am here with Missy from Center Stage Magazine.
You're so awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was going to introduce you with your nickname, but your nickname deserves attention all on its own. Where did you get your nickname from? Brahma Bull. Where is that from?
You know, it's so funny. We have tried to get to the core of that question several times over the years, and I don't know that we've ever actually pinpointed when and where it came from. I really don't, other than just being a bull in the china shop and
awesome.
Big dude. It just kind of, I don't know. I think what really happened was when I got into this business, obviously my last name was always my nickname growing up, McCool, what's up, cool, cooler,
right.
This, whatever. And, when I started music, I was so green and didn't know anything. I was kind of like, I need one of those rap names. Everybody's got a stage name. But,
right.
I think it was, honestly, I thrown around by a few people in a drunken moonshine-filled night about 7 years ago, and it kind of just stuck. And, I was kind of against it at the beginning, the only reason being is because I was like, the legendary wrestler The Rock was also called the Brahma Bull, and they referred to him back a lot, but I don't know, it just kind of stuck, and we ran with it, and I'm cool. I was glad that we landed on it. However we landed on it, I still don't know, because bull rhymes with so many things, and that's easy. It would have sucked like if my stage name was like supercalifragilistic, because you can't rhyme that with anything.
Right.
But I think it ultimately it fit my personality, and it fit who I am. I'm kind of a big guy and from the sticks, and and it kind of rambunctious, and it is what it is. So it all kind of worked out. But I really don't know where it came from.
That's awesome. And I love it. I think it's great. And your personalities, you everybody in the band, you guys are so fun to watch. And I was getting such a kick out of your videos that I was watching. And I have to know, like, the video for Low Life, oh my gosh, you guys just have to be, and I'm just going to say this, you guys have to be a kick in the ass to hang out with, drinking beer with, because I loved watching the video, and it was so funny to me, and it was just so stereotypical, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. It is
funny. It is stereotypical, but at the same time, it's like, that's what's cool about it is that we don't have to go out and hire actors per se. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, we put out a casting call with the fans, and we call up some of our friends or family for that matter, and it just is what it is. And it's so funny you said the Low Life video, because that's one of my favorites actually, and it's not one of our more viewed videos, which is weird because sometimes when you like something, other people don't, and the things that you don't like most, they do. You just never can pinpoint it. But that was one of my favorites. It was so fun, and it was derived basically after one of my neighbors called me a low life one day because I was peeing off the porch. I mean, it's just what it is. And I was
awesome.
I was like, I guess I am, but I don't care. And, I just want to let other people know that it's okay. If you have a job and you feed your kids and you put a food over there, a roof over their head, I don't care what you do at home and how you act at home. If you're considered a low life, endorse it. Be proud of it, whatever.
Absolutely.
I mean, Kid Rock was okay with it. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, but that was the lifestyle he lived. Who cares? And it's who you are.
Exactly. And it's it's funny that you mentioned Kid Rock right now, because earlier when I was talking to Tommy, who's, part of Center Stage, he's the
Right.
co-founder. I was talking to him and I was like, their sound reminds me of that in some ways. Like there's just certain parts of your guys' songs I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And but you guys are so much fun, and and like him, I don't think he really cares what people say and what people think, and he just does his own thing. And
exactly. And I mean, I'd be lying if I said he wasn't an inspiration to the music that I do, because it is a lot. I mean, obviously you'll flip through and see songs like Walk Away or this, that are very sentimental and very, very powerful message. But then at the same time, it just really depends on what mood we're in or what mood I'm in when I'm writing and what feel I'm in. And it's just all real. The fact of the matter is, I might have fun, and I don't care what people think. People say, "Oh, this song doesn't sound like mine." Okay, well, don't listen to it. I don't care.
Right.
It truly, I can honestly say that it truly doesn't bother me, because I love what I do, and I know that there are people that like it, so that's all that matters. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel every time I put something out, because I know that, this is what mainstream's digging now, or this is what the sound has evolved into now. And that's all good and all, but obviously I grew up on the Beasties and Southern Rock, and Southern Rock is not around anymore. The Beasties are way gone, so my music shouldn't be relevant to those standards. I don't care.
Exactly. And you know what? That attitude is it's so comforting, though, because so many people get caught up in, well, this is what everybody's doing, so I got to do this.
Yes.
And I don't, I really want to do this, but people are telling me not to do this, so I need to do that. And it's just like, it's refreshing to hear somebody who's just like, I don't care about any of that. I'm going to do what speaks to me. And so thank you for being one of those artists, because
I think you have to be to have any inner peace whatsoever. But you can be successful and play the game. There's no lie. I mean, there's no denying it. If anybody does their due diligence on us or does the history and goes all the way back, my first album, Moccasin Creek's first album, was quote unquote gimmickized. Just don't worry about it. It was more of a gimmick than anything. We were targeting the quote unquote hip hop community, and that's what we were going after, because that was the hot thing. And granted, I like some of that music, that's cool, but at the same time, after that first record, I said, this isn't me. Yes, I'm a country boy. I'm from the woods. I'm pretty white trash, yes, but I'm also as a freak. I'm educated, and I've had to fit into all that. But I'm not going to sit here and try to compete and get into something that, look, I drive a Nissan Titan. It's not on a 25-inch lift with super moderate tires. I'm not in the mud every weekend, so I'm not going to sing a song about a truck every 2 songs. I get so, and it's not knocking anybody. It's just, you can only do so much about a truck, beer, and mud. Come on. You know what I mean? It's just like, so, but then again, there's a lot of those guys that have made a lot more money than me. But here's the thing, that's sad. That whole thing's going to run out over time. And 2, that just shows the limit that you have put on yourself as far as creativity goes. But I can't do that. I'm just like, I love it. It's fun. And I think that's what actually has given us a broader audience base, a fan base. Like, we targeted the fans that I thought would, and then we got accepted by the biker community, the rock crowd, before we even did the quote unquote, forgive me for saying this, hip hop, which I think is the most ignorant term you could ever give anything. It's stupid. I mean, it's stupid. I hate it. And anybody you ask in this genre, they'll say the same. If they're being honest, they hate the term. It's dumb. It's degrading, but it is what it is. And I don't know. I just have fun with it, and that's all that really matters.
Well, it definitely shows. And I have to say that my favorite part of the Low Life video was when he took the beer money from the kids, got beer, and just was running. That was my just absolute favorite part of the video, and I don't know why, but I just cracked up laughing so hard at that, and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to talk to these guys because they have to be so much fun. And then your Hillbilly Rockstar video is
that was fun.
That looked like it was so much fun to film. And
you know what was cool about that was, I'm sorry to cut you off, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And what was so cool about that was, video shoots are so long, and they're so long. There's, you shoot so many scenes, you do this and that. And one thing that a lot of people don't know, and I don't tell other people because I really don't care, but I shoot. My wife actually holds the camera and shoots, but I edit all of our videos.
Oh, wow.
And up until we did the Hillbilly Rockstar one, just because I had this idea, and I wanted to make it work to where, the whole time that I'm walking toward the camera, if you look, you can tell that it's in slow motion. It's not in full motion. You know what I mean? You're walking. So, bottom-wise, there was a lot more to that video than people think, but the only way you could shoot it was basically in one take, because there's no way you really have a chance to cut away from scenes there. So we get to the brewery, and I'm literally holding my phone, listening to the song, walking the path over and over with a piece of chalk in my hand. When I'd get to the part where I knew this person would be doing this part, I'd put X on the floor. I'm in there crawling all over these people's brewery floor, and I didn't think it do it. And so I grabbed the girl that holds the gloves, and I grabbed the girl that was playing the cop, and I put them on their place. I'm like, all right, we walked through it 5 or 6 times, and then I said, all right, we're gonna roll on this one. We roll the cameras, and then 3 takes, boom, we're done. It was in and out, and it just turned out.
That's great. Oh my God,
it was really cool. We had a blast with that one. It was fun.
There were so many elements to that video too. There was just so many parts, and I was like, wow, this is great. And it was so much fun. And singing about yourself, and the tattoos and everything. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Well, I'm a tattoo girl too, so I love tattoos.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. It was really cool. It's so hard for me. It's hard to explain, or it's hard for other people to comprehend. But obviously I'm creative. That's what I do for work. But when I come up with the video scripts or storyboards or treatments or whatever, and I try to send them out to anybody, whoever's in the video, when I try to send them out the script or whatnot, they look at it, they're like, what? Like, they're like, what? Because I already have the finished product in my head. You know what I mean? So
right.
So many times I'll give Daphne, I'll give my wife the camera. I'm like, all right, baby, here, I need you to film. I'll go over, film from this angle, do just this, and then she'll be like, that's not gonna make, trust me, it's gonna make sense. I already see what I'm doing.
Right.
So the same thing with Hillbilly Rockstar, everybody was like, wait a minute, I'm going to be walking in front of them, and you're going to start saying, no, you're just, trust me, do what I'm asking you to do, because it's all going to work. And it did. I was so happy that it turned out the way it did. But it was fun coming up with that, and I'm excited for whatever we shoot next. I don't know what it's going to be, but videos are fun, man. They really are. And if it wasn't for videos and YouTube and social media, artifacts of music, my style of music, with it not being mainstream anymore, I'd be doing something other than music, because without that, we wouldn't have the platform to even get the music out there.
Absolutely. And, I talk with a lot of people about social media, because really, that's where, so many people have turned. And, I look at, I have a teenage daughter who's in junior high, and actually both my daughters are in junior high. Gosh.
I got one getting married in the spring.
Oh, see, okay. So, but they're like big on, they don't even watch cable anymore. It's all about YouTube. No. It's all about, Instagram and all the social media stuff. And it's like, they talk about all these stars, and I'm like, who is that? And they're like, oh, Mom, it's a YouTuber. Come on. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry,
I've got a 9-year-old with a YouTube channel. I'm like, what?
Right. Like, and these people are making it huge, and then they're growing their audience and their fan base through social media, and it's just pretty incredible. And
it really is. And every artist I work with that's up and coming or just starting out, and they have all these ambitions, and they ask me, like, look, first off, there's no blueprint on how to do this. I mean, anybody you go to is going to tell you different. Every label, any marketing person, it's all trial and error. But the fact of the matter is, at this point in this day and age, like you just said, you will have no relevance whatsoever. You can go play 1,000 shows a year in front of Skinnerd, but if you don't have a social media presence and build a fan base that way first, you're not going to get, which is great, but in the same time, it's also, and again, not calling anybody out, but it's also made mediocrity very acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
Yes, it
anybody
has.
Anybody can get the software, some speakers, and a microphone, and set up in their own home, and put out records. It's so much easier than it was back in the day, and it's great for people like us. But then again, it's been tough on the music industry, Yeah. So everybody had to revamp completely when social media took off. I mean, look how many major record labels don't even exist anymore.
Yeah. And I mean, just how long before there aren't any, is what I keep thinking.
Absolutely.
So, and, gosh, it's just, it really has just taken on this whole new life, the industry. And it makes me wonder all the time, like, where are we headed next and what's coming up? But there's so much talent out there.
Yes, there is. And that's the thing, man. I feel guilty sometimes. I have so many friends back home in Florida that are so much more talented than me musically, and always have been, but they didn't get into it. They got into it prior to the social media days, and now, they're just content playing, $50 a night and a slice of pizza at the local joint, whatever, and because they love music. It's just, it's crazy because there's so many people out there that are good.
There really are. But, aside from just the talent, if you don't have the personality, you're still not going to do what others could do, So for you have an amazing personality. Like you're so real and you're funny. And
probably on a good day.
See? Well, we'll have to hang out and have some moonshine, at some point, all of us at center stage with you, because it sounds like it'd just be so fun. But you have to have a great personality to continue with what you're doing. And you guys have that, and it shows, and it's great. And not everybody does. Some people are very talented, but they're not. They just don't have that stage presence or that on-camera, charisma, and you do. And that.
I think honestly, man, and that's the thing. Please don't ever think I'm not being arrogant by any means when I say any of this stuff, because I have there's 1,000 things I could do to be better at what I do. But I truly feel, and my wife and I say this all the time, that you're either born with that or not, as far as being, when they say, they were always the center of attention growing up. That's true. I mean, I was. My sister wasn't. It was like, those are the ones you either have that personality or not. I have, like you said, I know so many people that are so great. They've had, stage coaches, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And they just, you can still feel that uncomfortableness in them, or they're just shy, whatever the case may be. I think you either, granted, outside of music or anything, they say the other than dying, public speaking is the biggest fear on the planet. I don't give a damn. You put me in front of 5,000 people, I just start talking.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's me.
You either have it or you don't.
Right.
It doesn't have anything to do with music. I think that's just an inner personality thing as a whole.
Definitely. Yes, like part of the whole package. Now, you're signed with Average Joe's Entertainment, and how was that for you getting signed with them?
It was, we had actually been talking for years. We had a good business relationship with them prior to signing, which was kind of a compliment to what my wife and I built in Moccasin Creek. I mean, we had done so much, and she books us, and she had been booking a lot of Average Joe's artist as well for so long that, you know, finally Shannon at Average Joe's was like, hey, you know, you got to just come over here. You need it on your resume that you've been on a label. You've done it. In all honesty, our deal with them is it's very simple, and it's not your standard record deal. It's a cool thing. It's just we've got a good business relationship. Like I say, we still do the majority of our work because business-wise, my wife and him, they work together so much. You know, she wanted to scratch her back, I scratched. But it's cool because it makes it easier to not have to jump through so many hoops when you're working with other artists. You know, cut out a lot of the paperwork. I mean, and people would have no idea how much of that is involved, how much nonsense is involved with. You know, there's so many artists out there that would love to work together, but because they're on such and such label, and this PR group and this management group has to sign off on this and that, and the artists themselves are like, dude, let's get in the studio and do it tomorrow. But you know, half the time it never even gets to the artist because if the manager didn't think it was okay or this, it's such a there's so much cutthroat political bullshit that goes on in the music business that you just like, seriously. I mean, if you know, me and Jamie Johnson want to cut a track, we should be able to cut a track.
Exactly, you know? Exactly. And you know, I don't think the fans think about that. They don't. You know what I mean? They don't think about it.
They just have no. They have no reason to. You know, you're right. It's.
And that's why I think for the new artist that's coming up, and you know the young kid that has a dream. I mean, this industry, it's brutal. The music industry is brutal.
Man.
And
look, I came from I spent time in the school system when I first got out of college or playing ball, whatever. I went back to. I was going to teach like the rest of my family, and I was in the school system 2 years. I hated it. I got into sales. I spent time in the car business, and everybody does car business.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And when I got into the music business, it was the car business like church. I mean, the music business is terrible. It is. I mean, I love so many of the guys out there, so many of the girls out there, so many all the artists. There's so many. You'd be surprised at how many people you work with and turn around and hear that, you know, everything's competition there. I'm like, it's not a competition. The more you support each other, the more you work together, the more live shows you do together and show that, hey, you know, we're all cool. The fans, they buy more of your stuff. You don't. Yeah. You'd be blown away if I told you right now how many artists, especially in this quote unquote genre, won't do live shows with this guy, or that guy won't do one with them.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
I'm like, why? Are you serious? And I'll be straight up. A lot of it's because a lot of people know that their live show is not as good as the next person's. So and that's where they turn it into a competition. When you can, I mean, my wife is she's sitting next to me and she'll tell you, hey, we'll play with anybody. I don't care. It doesn't matter. And you know, especially in this genre that we're all kind of thrown into the same umbrella. I don't care if we open, headline, it doesn't matter to me. I look at the big picture, and I will say this now. There are a couple other artists that have the exact same look as I do, and we work with them a lot, and that's cool. But there's, it's just such a competition for no reason.
Yeah, and you know, and I've heard that before from others, and you know, it is sad, you know, and I mean, when you're playing music and you're getting to do what you love, and there's a million other people out there who would love to be doing what you're doing. Like, absolutely. You know, I don't understand the mentality that goes on behind some of those deals. But you know, talking to artists like you, and you know, I interviewed somebody else not too long ago. His name is Zach Coffee and the Grind. I love that band name. But he was saying the same thing. He was like, you know, when people come to see you, they're coming on their day off to go see you at your job. Your job is to give them the best show ever. You know, and there's a million people who would love to be, you know, trading places with you. So
Right. That's
so
what we always say, that until I'm done with music. Of course, each tour has its own name, this and that, but we like to say we're on the 5 or 5,000 tour, because we get the same show whether there's 5 people there or 5,000 every night. We have to. There's been so many circumstances over the years where we were playing an outdoor venue and it poured rain all day and the venue was going to cancel, but you know what? There were 30 people that drove, 300 miles or 6 hours. And hey, man, we're going to wait it out, because if I drove that far to see somebody play and I know that, hey, the rain stopped and they could have played, I'm going to probably not be their fan for life after that. It's disrespectful. So we've done shows that, in front of those 5 or 6 people just because they've driven that far, or and you give them the same show. You have to. Now, it's a lot easier to be energetic in front of 1,000 than 10, but you still have to do your job, like you said.
Exactly. And it's the artists like yourself that realize that end up with the strongest fan base, because they see that and they become very loyal. I mean, let me tell you, there's a few bands that I am so loyal to, and then there's some that I really, really loved, and then it was like, whoa, well, what was that about? You know what I mean? And they don't treat their, fans great, some of them. So, I've seen both sides of that, and I definitely love that you're a positive and outgoing person who sees it for what it is, and you have a growing fan base that's just getting bigger and bigger, and I love it, and everybody at Center Stage just absolutely adores you.
Awesome.
Well, your personality just absolutely shines through every song, every video, and it's great, and you guys all seem to really work well together, and you sing well together, and you guys just blend so seamlessly. It's great. I love it.
Man. I don't know. I just try to stay. I tell people, I think a lot of, I'm trying to word this the right way, a lot of the people that we just kind of described that have an issue or distance themselves from the fans, a lot of them hit that little limelight and get the big head real quick and don't really know how to. I think I was really lucky that, I played major college football and I played professionally for a few years, so I understood that already going into to this business. And to me, I understand 100% that, what it takes and what you have to do to retain those fans on a personal level. And you also have to grasp that happy medium, like when they're getting for lack of a better term, when they cross the comfort zone and they're too close, you've got to know how to let them know that, hey, I am a little bigger than the next guy without offending them. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't just have 50 people come sit on your bus after every show.
No.
You got to at some point be like, hey, I need a little time. But one thing I do, I get there before every show and mingle out in the crowd every show, and I stay there until the lights go off, and hang out with everybody. When I sit there and look at somebody that sells eighth of records as we do and get paid a lot less, but they're in and out quicker. I'm like, what? Why? Don't you want to make more money and build your fan base? And obviously it's not all about that, but at the same time, if you're ever going to do it, that's where you can start.
Well, absolutely. And, the fans, they just want to feel that special connection. And when you give that to them, you have no idea how much better it makes their day, and they leave with such a positive experience, and it's just you have no way to know like what that just did for them, but to offer that. I mean, I've seen it so many times. I've seen so many fans that have driven, and I cover a lot of shows, so when I get to talk with the fans and find out how far they've driven, and then when that artist acknowledges them, and then the level of excitement and joy that they feel, that you just can't. You
change people's lives. That is cool. I mean, I don't think we've had, other than, all the music videos we have out, I'm pretty sure we've had fans in every video, except maybe one or two that were, shot for a more serious reason. But I mean, we always try to include people, let them see an experience that they've never seen before. It just means a lot to them. And you're right. I mean, being able to give them something like that, or find that person at the show that took off because they never go to Seattle, Washington, and they drove 15 hours to catch us on their week off. They're 5 days a year. They get up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and drink a beer with them.
Absolutely.
And more people need to do that, just because it's the human thing to do.
Right. Well, and then, I mean, their excitement. Hello, you put fans in the videos, and what is that going to do? They're going to go home, and as soon as that video is released, they're going to exactly. They're going to be like, everybody check this out, and they're going to share it over and over and over. Every Flashback Friday or Throwback Thursday, they are going to be definitely sharing that experience, and I think that's great.
Yeah, no doubt. So, are you in Cali?
Yes, I am.
Whereabouts? I
am in Huntington Beach.
Oh, nice. Huntington Beach, home of Tito Ortiz.
Yes. And, I moved to Nashville in 2013, and I came out here on vacation June of 2014, and I've been stuck out here ever since, trying to get back. So, yes, it was just a series of things, but yeah, my son and his medical needs had to come first. So,
absolutely.
So we're out here, but he's good, and we're just ready to go back. We're just waiting. We're hoping that any day we're going to be able to get to go back. Definitely. Well, and especially because, most of my interviews are with people who are in Tennessee, and, I would love to be doing the on-camera interviews with everybody. So I keep telling everybody, as soon as I do get back out there, we will be redoing an interview, only it will be on camera. So I'm just putting you on the hook for that, and we might have to have some moonshine with that one, because I've never tried it.
Well, I know a guy. Well, I could start you off the right way. Like, my wife doesn't drink hardly anything, and I've got a guy. Any flavor you can think of: cotton candy, bubble gum, peach, cherry, watermelon, whatever you need, vanilla, mid-salt.
All right. Well, we'll have to come up with a fun title for that conversation that we have. That'll be great.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. But before we go, is there anything that you're working on? Anything that you want to tell the fans right now? Because I know we totally got sidetracked. But
working on a lot of things actually. Just partnered with Diana Lynn Fashions she's out of Colorado. She's sponsoring our Rent Money tour next year, and our album will release February 5th, 2016, along with my clothing line, which I've been working on for quite some time. I can't release the name yet.
It's all good. It's all good.
But and we're partnering with her and a couple other ventures that my wife and I are always in the mix on as many things as we can. But definitely, February 5th, the Hillbilly Rockstar album is live and releases. You can pre-order it now, obviously. But so is
there an iTunes link to pre-order it now?
Yes, you can pre-order it on iTunes, Amazon, all those places. If you pre-order it now, you get the Hillbilly Rockstar track as an Instagram station, and may or may not, probably may, just saying, anybody that purchases it pre-ordered in the next week or two, we'll probably give them another track around Christmas time. So they don't have to wait so long. But the hard copies, everything will be out February 5th, and we'll probably do what, man?
I said that's perfect.
Yeah. No, I was asking my wife. She said something. And if you go to the Average Joe Superstore and pre-order a hard copy, you get those autographed with the free koozie and all this kind of stuff. So, a lot of goodies going on, and doing a lot of work with a lot of people. Yeah. So we're in full work business mode right now. We're actually off the road until February 5th. We took off so that we could put some new stuff into the live set, and we could do this and do that and have some time off for the first time in 4 years. And then we realized that we've done more work on our time off.
Your time off.
Yeah, she and I were just talking yesterday. We got back from Colorado last night, and I leave at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning to go to Arkansas, and then get back Thursday, and we go to Illinois. And I'm like,
oh my gosh, yeah. What happened to that?
Exactly, but that's a good thing, I mean, it just means everything's moving in the right direction, and I if you'll send me your contact info and size and whatnot, I'll send you some Moccasin Creek stuff. And then as soon as I launch a clothing line, which I kind of love to tell you the names of this. So
no, it's all good. It's all good.
Daddy's over here. No.
Yeah, no. Don't. I'm with her. Don't give it away. Let's just all be surprised.
It's so hard. Yeah, she's so good because I'm so bad about when I'm working on music, I'll record something rough and I'll send it to like 50 people. Hey man, what do you think about this? She's like, stop. And sure enough, over the years I've had a ton of shit ripped off. And it's
wow.
I don't really care, I mean, I do, but I don't. That lets me know who's real and who's true.
Exactly.
So I finally learned over the years that, hey, you got to be patient when you're excited. But we have been off, and we're excited because we've got a lot of cool business ventures and new brands,
great.
New things coming out. So I'm super excited.
Oh, and you should be. And when those things happen and as they're unfolding, we can talk about that and we can help, promote all that for you as well. I mean, this is an entertainment magazine, so we're not just strictly music, and we're not, you know what I mean? So we promote, and we will do whatever, and anything that you have that you want to let fans know about. I mean, we will definitely help share it. So that's awesome. And I'm so excited for you. Sounds like we're gonna have so much fun our next conversation too. So.
Definitely next time we'll do it. We'll do it whenever you get back here. We'll do it on camera, and I'll bring her up, and we'll bring a case of goodies.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Yeah.
Yes,
all right. Well, you guys have a great evening. Fly safe.
Yes. You too.
Enjoy your holiday season. If you get to take a break, enjoy every second of it. So I'm taking a break for sure. I think it's Christmas Day. Good.
All
right.
We have band practice the day after.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys are
y'all
no problem.
Y'all have a good holiday, and definitely just get with me whenever you get back this way, and I'll speak with you guys soon.
Absolutely, sounds good. Tell your wife we said hello and keep up the great work. And oh my gosh, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.
Y'all need to interview her next time because she's actually the backbone behind. She's the only one in this whole movement too. She manages books and everything. She's the real star. So y'all need to make sure y'all get.
Well, she'll be on camera with us next time then, and we'll talk. We'll definitely talk. It'll be fun. All right. Well, you guys take care. You too.
Okay.
All right. Bye.